Hey, what's going on? What's going on, dude? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, August 22nd, 2016. What's going on? How are you? Nia, what's going on with the asses on these fucking divers? Huh?
Maybe.
What? You got it on fucking TV. I'm supposed to ignore that? There's no reason the suits have to be cut like that. So obviously, I mean, they want to show their asses. Huh? Maybe it creates less of a splash if the bottom of your bathing suit is up over your ass cheek. I have no idea. Is this synchronized diving? Did I ever tell you how much I don't like synchronized shit, Nia? Synchronized swimming is both unbelievably difficult and the stupidest fucking thing human beings engage in. Huh? When they come up out of the water and they do the dumb shit and they got the song playing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that athletic?
Sure.
I mean, yeah, then dancing is athletic.
Right.
Which I would agree with. But it's not a sport.
Dancing in the water.
It's dancing in the water. You're in the water.
The Olympic Committee has decided that it's a sport.
Yeah, but they've also gotten rid of, like, baseball and shit. You know, they've taken actual sports and been like, yeah, no. But then all of a sudden you show up and you and your friend get in the water and you're like 5, 6, 7, 8, Charleston, woo boo 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 boo, right? And all of a sudden that's a sport. Yeah. You can have your fucking headphones off for this whole thing.
I'm not on the podcast.
You're not on the podcast, so you're not participating. So all those other times when you wanted to participate, you want to talk Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz?
Didn't see him.
We both didn't see it. You know why? Because we try to be honest when it comes to downloading shit. We were here Saturday night. The fucking fight first of all, it didn't come on till like 4 in the morning or something, Italy time, 3 in the morning. And I actually searched how to legally watch the UFC on the internet. And for the life of me, I couldn't find a place. God knows there was 58 websites telling me how to do it illegally. I couldn't do that, right? What kind of an asshole would I be shitting on people for downloading my specials for free, and then I watch Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz for free? So I've taped the fight, but of course I went online and I had to find out who won. So congratulations to Conor McGregor and to Nate Diaz, because I heard it was one of the best UFC fights ever. 5 fucking rounds, and this is the conspiracy theorist in me. You knew that if it was going to the judges, Conor McGregor was going to win. Okay? And I'm not shitting on Conor. I'm not shitting on Nate. I'm just saying, at the end of the fucking day, all right, UFC is show business. All right? And there's no fucking way that after you made Back to the Future Part 1 and Back to the Future Part 2, and you see the ticket sales, you know everybody's going to pay a ticket to Back to the Future Part 3. However, nobody's going to fucking watch it if McFly wins the first fucking 2 times. Although he did. Hey, Nia, did Marty McFly win they all have happy endings, right? There's no Empire Strikes Back in the Back to the Future? Nia?
Huh?
Take off your headphones. If you're going to be in the room, I'm going to interact with you.
Yes. What is it?
Marty McFly wins all of the Back to the Futures, right? There's no Empire Strikes Back one where the hello McFly guy, the guy who knocks on his head,
Comes back and...
No, does he ever win one
No.
to justify Part 3?
I don't know. Was that the one that was the Western?
Yeah. All I'm saying is, Nia, you knew, okay, if it went to the judges, they got to give it to Conor McGregor so they can justify fucking Part 3. Because if Nate wins the first 2, what the fuck? Then Conor fights him again and then goes 1 and 2.
Uh-huh.
Nate still wins 2 out of 3. Right?
Sure, yeah. Exactly.
Well, there you go. See, you agree with me every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
What does that have to do with Back to the Future?
As far as, like, if I was watching the fight and it went to the cards, it went to the judges, I'm sorry. Okay, and it was going to be a decision, you have to think that they're going to give it to Conor. So then it's 1-1, so then they can fucking make more money on Part 3, right?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
I'm being a douche right now because I didn't see the fight. I'm not trying to take anything away from Conor McGregor. How great was that press conference, by the way? Did you watch it?
No.
I love the press conference. First of all, Nate Diaz, one of the great fucking people ever in a press conference. I love that dude does not suffer fools. If you don't fight for a fucking living and you ask a dumb question, he's not going to energy his way through it. He's just going to let the question fucking die. Like when they ask those dumb questions going like, we've been hearing things that Conor's going to be trying to keep it standing up. What do you think about that? Just pauses and goes, well, we'll see when the fight happens. And then that's it. I love that he does that to people. And I also hate the fact, I was talking to you about the other night, that people think Nate Diaz, there's like something wrong with him or that he's dumb or anything like that. Like that you could become a champion and be stupid. And people think it's all like fucking natural ability. You know what I'm going to do, Nia? I'm going to stop talking to you. Because I can clearly see you're looking at me. You just put your sunglasses on. It's the last day of our vacation. You want to go outside. All right. I'll see you later. He also got busted smoking weed through a vaporizer or some shit.
That's so not a big deal.
It isn't. After he just went through all that level of physical trauma. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's probably the best thing he could have done, right?
It's a great source of pain relief.
All right. Do you need any help with that, Nia? Opening the door there? Because if you're going to leave, I'd appreciate it if you do it now. Oh, Jesus. There you go. Yeah, you got to watch out for the curtain rod there.
Remember when you hit you on the head and you balled your fist up at it in a threatening manner?
Because I felt like somebody hit me with a club.
That's how I felt the other night.
Oh,
Laugh at me.
Oh my God. The other night. Let's stay focused here. So, Jesus, Nia. All these people that think Nate Diaz is dumb, you think...
You're going to talk about how I hit my head and you laughed at me?
After I get done saying that Nate Diaz is not fucking dumb. I hate people keep saying that. The guy is fucking hilarious. He's one of the greatest fighters of all fucking time. You don't become a champion just... You know what it is, Nia? There's two types of smart, okay? You got like book smart, which is respected. And then you got other people that fucking tap into the matrix. And they can feel vibes, and they have instinct and all that. And those fucking nerds who write all the newspapers, who are the journalists, those unathletic cunts, they're the ones who sit there. They can't read anybody. They'll walk up to a fucking serial killer and have no idea. They're about ready to get the old fucking right there, Fred, and get thrown into a trunk, right?
Here, Fred.
Huh? I know, that killed me, that was that. Yeah. All my life, I've seen amazing champions get labeled as that by fucking nerds who would strike out playing fucking kickball because they don't understand. They don't understand. They just don't fucking get it. You know what I mean? I swear to God, this is why I respect all professional fighters. As I've said this before, you could literally tell a toddler what punch to throw at me. You could then tell me what punch the toddler was going to throw at me, and I still couldn't slip it. I don't get where you look. I don't know how the fuck you tell it's coming. The hand is quicker than the eye. My head is the size of a Macy's Day fucking float. I get hit every fucking time. Every fucking time. I remember growing up, like, they used to think Ricky Henderson was dumb because he had a couple of crazy fucking stories. He spoke about himself in the third person. Oh, by the way, he had more leadoff home runs than anybody in the history of baseball. More stolen bases than anybody in the history of the baseball. Sorry, had a couple of fucking drinks already today. The ability to lead off a first at a professional level, read the pitcher, figure out his quirks, his timing, whatever, and decide when he's going to the plate, when he isn't, with a national audience, millions of people are watching during a fucking World Series. To think that somebody can do that and they just think like, oh, it's just instinct. He's just born that way. Like, it's the same way people look at fucking, I don't know, anything they don't understand. They just try to overly simplify it. I fucking loved the press conference that Nate Diaz had and that Conor McGregor had. Both of their styles. Conor McGregor obviously showing up late on purpose, trying to do some psych out thing. And then Nate's like, all right, You're going to show up late. I'm going to leave early. I already answered my questions. Go fuck yourselves. Then they start throwing bottles of water at each other. All that was doing was selling the last fucking 10 million pay-per-views that they needed. It was perfect. Both of them did a great fucking job. I'm actually going to watch it when I get back on... I fly back tomorrow. It's the end of the vacation. I can't wait to watch it. But this vacation has been so fucking amazing, but I'm ready to go back. I was ready to go back 2 days ago. There is a point when you're on vacation where you got to take off the Mickey Mouse ears and be like, all right, I need to function as a productive human being again. I got to tell you, man, the greatest fucking time I've had in a while. The Amalfi Coast, I'm telling you, it's touristy as shit. It's fucking, there's a lot of bad food for Italy here because it's so fucking touristy. But if you go on the internet, you talk to some people, you find the good places. But I have to tell you, as far as scenery goes, it doesn't even look real. And the other day we took a boat out to the island of Capri, and I don't know. They pulled the boat over. They let us swim in the Mediterranean. Obviously, something I'm terrified to do because I'm afraid of sharks. But I finally believed them that there was no sharks. I had my swimming goggles. Every 5 seconds, I would look underneath to see if there was a shark there, as if I saw one, I could somehow outswim it. That's the part of swimming in a sea or an ocean that I cannot handle. It's my head above the water, not seeing what the fuck is coming at me, you know? I reserve the right to at least see the shark coming at me so I can just scream, underwater, fuck, Maybe give it a little bit of a fucking, little fist bump, something to its fucking nose, whatever the hell you're supposed to do. Maybe feed it one arm as I come over the top and smash it with another. I always felt like that's the move, like if an attack dog is coming at you, you feed the arm, whatever arm you don't jerk off with and right with, you feed him that arm. Just shove it right back into its fucking molars, and then you come over the top, you slam down on its neck as you fucking lift up its head and you snap its fucking neck. It's just an idea, people. I don't pretend to understand things. So, speaking of physical harm, the lovely Nia, last night, she like bent down to get something out of her bag, and there's this little fucking ledge above it that you can stick like a couple of glasses and a bottle of water. And she was underneath it, bent down, came up full speed, and the corner of it hit the fucking she hit the top of her head right on the corner of it, like brutally hard. And I gotta tell you, I feel bad that she's not part of this fucking little story here. See if I'll bring her in, because I failed miserably as a human being. Nia, do you want to be in on this story of you hitting your head?
Okay.
Okay. I'm setting it up now. So anyway, she fucking hits her head. Like fucking bam. All right? Sounded like somebody dropped a suitcase on the floor. And then, I swear to God, she hit her head. She goes, ah! And she grabbed her head. And then, I swear to God, she just started crying. Like a goddamn toddler. And I have to be honest with you, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I just got to the point, Nia, where you hit your head and you started crying like a toddler. And
why has it got to be like a toddler?
Because that's what it reminded me of. It's like when a little kid, like if an adult hits their, stubs their toe, hits their foot, it's goddamn motherfucker, and then you blame your whole family. Get out of the living room. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You started crying.
I did. It was really painful.
Like bawling.
Yeah.
And
I was kind of surprised at myself.
On honestly. A scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best.
5.
How would you? No. How would you rate my reaction to it?
Oh, 0.
I went in and I got you some tissues.
This is what Bill did.
I didn't know what to do. It
I
freaked
hit
me
my
out.
head.
Boom.
I was shocked at it first because it really did feel like someone had just come up and just walloped me on the noggin. So I was shocked. Then the pain started kicking in. And like it was really like it was like that little it was that corner of that ledge.
Yeah.
And it went right into my scalp. And I didn't know if I was bleeding or what. And I think, normally I'd be like most people. But
Right.
it just, I don't know what happened. Just the floodgates opened and it felt better to cry than to pretend like it was just like, oh, like a nuisance. Like it really, really hurt. So Bill's like, oh no. Are you okay? So we're good so far.
What else was I supposed to do?
So we're good so far with that.
Okay.
And so I'm just sitting there crying, and he goes, oh. And he runs into the bathroom. He doesn't even give me a tissue, like a proper
I couldn't
Kleenex.
find any.
He gets me toilet paper, okay? If there's a choice between tissue paper and toilet paper to comfort someone, please find the Kleenex.
Okay.
It's softer. It's just, it's a little thing, but it makes a big difference.
It's a cut above.
So then he starts wiping my face with the toilet paper. And he's rubbing it on my face.
No.
And he's wiping my chin. He's doing like this U shape from my eye to the other eye, using my chin as like the go-between. So he's like,
it wasn't that bad.
Rubbing this fucking one-ply toilet paper back and forth across my chin. And he's going, big tears.
They were huge.
And it's like,
I never seen anybody cry tears.
What is that supposed to mean? Was it big tears? Big tears. It wasn't like, oh baby, It was he was just scraping my face.
I gotta be honest with you.
This toilet paper, going big tears.
I gotta be honest with you. It freaked me out.
It was the worst moment of comforting you've ever offered in your life.
Yeah,
you
hit
were at
your
a
head.
complete loss for what to do.
Because it was like you stopped being like a woman and you became like this 2-year-old. And it was just like, boom, and you're just like, I was just like, I didn't know what to do. If we were at home, I would have got you a popsicle or something.
Oh, and then you said, do you want some water? I'm like, what the fuck does water have to do with anything now?
That's what my parents always did. If you hurt yourself and you cried, they went and they got you water right out of the tap. And then you sat down, and then your face was all dried and salty, and they said, all right, go back outside again. That's it. I spent most of my childhood outside. That's what parents did. All right, get outside. All right, you kids, you're driving me nuts. Get outside. And you just sent them outside.
That's what you wanted to do with me in that moment. You wanted to send me away so you wouldn't have to deal with it anymore.
I just wanted you to stop fucking crying. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just like to see another adult. Nia, can you imagine if I ever hit my fucking head and started crying the way you did? I mean, what would you know? What would be coming out of your mouth?
I don't know. I'd be like, come here, baby, and I'd hold you to my chest or whatever,
Nia,
and I'd rub your back.
You're full of shit. If I fucking hit my head and started crying like a little girl.
Was it really that, like...
It was like a little, I'm fucking stammer here.
You stammering jackass.
Yeah, I've known you for 12 years. I've seen you like...
You see me cry before.
A couple times in the kitchen, you fucking, you cut yourself with a knife, and even then you didn't cry as much. That was like, you had a balloon and the thing went off your wrist and floated up in the air. There was just no comforting you. It was, I'll admit, not only did I drop the ball in that moment, it's been 24 hours and I still don't have a better approach. It was so fucking bizarre. Don't ever do that again, Nia, all right?
What are you talking... The thing is, the really sort of horrible thing about it, the biggest injustice of it all, the fact that you weren't able to comfort me, is that I was trying to plug in your fucking computer.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? I knew somehow it would come back to me and it'd be my fault that your dumbass ducked underneath a ledge and then lifted your head up. Ric Flair wouldn't have done it that hard to sell a fucking move.
I didn't realize it was there. I was plugging in your computer, and you had the audacity to be the worst comforting person in that moment ever. Scratching my face with that one-ply toilet paper while saying, big tears, which is like, what does that even mean?
It's like I was out in the outfield in Little League again. No batter. Big tears.
You just kept saying,
Swing batter.
You just kept saying big tears over and over again. What did that mean? You were just commenting on it.
I didn't know what to do. I mean, you were crying at a fucking level like, I mean, I've been at funerals and seen people cry less than what the fuck you were doing. I didn't know what to do, okay? I'm sorry. You caught me off guard. Well, tell me, what am I supposed to say? Just give me a fucking blueprint.
You're just supposed to, like, take me into your arms and, like, hold me and, like, rub my back or something.
That sounds like a commercial for one of those love songs like Time Life Presents. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like a real thing that people do to each other.
Well, I'm telling you that's what I would like. You asked me, so I'm telling you what I would like.
I'd like your sunglasses to not be so big. How about that?
I'm channeling Jackie O on this trip.
Jackie O, Jesus.
Okay. Is my part of the podcast done? I'm going back outside.
Oh, can we talk about the lady at the airport?
What lady?
The fucking lady at the union meeting for the lady pilots.
The New York Times
article
about the lady pilots.
The ladies. We had 0 fights, 10 days. High five. High five. Right? 0 fucking fights. We had one moment.
Yeah.
We're down at the fucking pool. Okay. Obviously, one of us wants to be there. One of us doesn't. Take a guess who doesn't want to be in the blazing fucking sun? Me. So I'm down there, and everybody is all fucking concerned. All these beautiful olive-skinned people running around trying to find enough umbrellas to cover my body that's white like the mozzarella, right?
Like the mozzarella.
Like the mozzarella.
Like the burrata.
The burrata. Sweaty like the burrata. So she hands me this abridged version of the New York Times. And I read this thing, and it's about pilots. So I was like, I got to see what's going on here. This is interesting to me. And it was about how there's very few female pilots, and not only the very few of them, when they get pregnant, there is just this completely archaic system involved to try and help them, during that time when they're having a kid. And part of it had to do with, using that breast pump so that, if they want to breastfeed their kid naturally, which is totally the way to go, I would think, the way God made you. I don't know if they didn't have the time or whatever. So I'm reading this fucking article. So in protest...
Wait a second. So this really quickly. So the thing is, you breastfeed a kid. Some people breastfeed for, ridiculous amounts of time. But
as far as how old the kid gets.
Yeah, because some people do it up to like 4 and all this other kind of crazy stuff. That's all people debate about. But the typical thing from what I understand is that you breastfeed them on the breast till about 6 months. And then 6 months you wean them off the breast and you give them the bottle. But you still want to give them breast milk, right? So you got to use that breast pump, the apparatus, to get the milk out, because if you don't, your breasts become engorged, it's really painful, you're leaking all over the place, etc. So the idea is that, these female pilots have had children, they're going back to work, but they still want to give their kids breast milk, but they need time, approximately 20 minutes, to pump, right? And so what they're fighting for is the time and the resources and...
the time off and all of that stuff.
Or is it time off or just a way so that they can... I'm not exactly sure.
Right. Whatever. We were both in the sun. We're reading this article.
But so that's the whole point.
Of course, the upper management is not listening, because they're also, in the meantime, from what I've read on websites, are beginning to cut corners in airline safety and having these weird fucking flight plans to try to get the planes there quicker. to maybe have a few more flights or whatever, save a little bit of fuel. And the pilots are starting to be like, one guy in particular, and you're fucking with your career, wrote a letter saying that they were doing that. And of course, the corporation gave their basic fucking response. So anyways, not only are they not listening to the ladies, they're not even listening to, according to some pilots, the basic safety rules of the FAA, right? So anyway, so this woman has a problem and she wants to protest their treatment of female pilots, particularly pregnant female pilots. Nursing. So they're at a fucking meeting in some conference room, and the woman takes her breast out and hooks up the pump to it and starts pumping breast milk out of her fucking breast in front of everybody there. And they say that the guys shifted uncomfortably and stared at the floor. And the way they presented it was like there was something wrong with that behavior by the guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's fucking insane. She just took a body part out. You're not supposed to. It wasn't her elbow. It was her breast. And she starts pumping milk out of it.
She really did. I can't remember that part. I thought she just took it out and was like, this is what a breast pump looks like, fellas. And that sort of thing. But she actually...
Is that what happened?
Hooked it up. I don't remember. That's the thing I don't remember.
I thought
she just took it out and was just like, this is what you do when you pump breast milk, people. I didn't think that she actually...
I thought she took it out.
I didn't think... I didn't think that she actually took it out and did the physical pumping.
All right, well, if she didn't take it out, then I don't have a problem.
I think she was just demonstrating, but it still made people uncomfortable because they were like, "What are you doing right now?" And her whole thing was like, "Yeah, this is what I gotta do to feed my kid. Why don't you allow me the time and the resources to do it?"
No, but that's why I gotta be honest with you. Aside from being sexist, that's why corporate doesn't want to hire women. Is because that they don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, no, they definitely don't want to deal with
that. Yeah,
that.
they underpay the men. Forget about, they don't want to fucking pay women, and they certainly don't have to pay for time off and also a lot time. They're trying to get the guys to fly faster, taking unsafe fucking routes and whatnot, and okay, I thought she took a titty out. Okay, if she didn't take a titty out.
I don't think she took her titty out at the meeting.
I was sitting there going
she just took the breast pump out and was like,
because I was sitting there going like,
I don't think she did that.
It's like,
though.
I know that we're cavemen. And I'm like, how the fuck? It's like,
I really don't think
if a guy did anything like that, that would be considered, what would they call, a lewd and a something act. And if you took your balls out through your zipper, or you shook your dick at somebody, or you even mooned somebody. I mean, unless you're in sales,
with HR.
Unless you're in sales and you're bringing in such a ridiculous amount of money, you're not only you done, you're blackballed in that industry. Well, that was what the fight was about, because I was looking over at you, and I was going to be like, she took a fucking, and you immediately rolled your eyes. Like, oh God, here he goes again. He's going to go off on some fucking rant, trashing women. And you rolled your eyes. And in that moment, I was just like, I'm sorry. Are we on the fucking Amalfi Coast and you're rolling your eyes at me? And I, granted, I had a couple of fucking Johnny Walkers at me. And I got up. And I fucking stormed off. And what did I do? Where did I go, Nia?
To the gym?
That's right. Where have I gone every fucking day?
To the gym.
I go to the gym every day, unless you're giving me shit about it.
What do you mean, giving you shit about it?
You keep on, take a day off.
Because, Bill, you have a tendency to overdo things, and then you're like, hey, my hamstrings. So it's like, you just want to go, and I'm just like, you're allowed to have a day off from working out. You just watch, you really watch.
I got a special coming up, and you can't be a fat fuck. Despite, Nia, what all these fucking actresses say out there, that's only a female thing. They act like guys can just show up as a bloated, booze-headed fuck. You can't. Oh, you can do it, but it certainly does not help your fucking career. And I hate how actresses try to act like the fucking heartthrobs aren't these chiseled guys with square jaws, full heads of hair, and fucking abs. They all are. People magazines, 50 beautiful fucking people every goddamn year. It's never. They always throw in a couple of fatties to act like they're actually down to earth. But at the end of the fucking, even then they make them wear like a Santa Claus suit, right? and everybody else is absolutely fucking.
Yeah, they're not putting Jonah Hill on that list or something like this.
Yeah, no. This is this thing. And whenever they say a guy is a fat fuck, they call him, he's an everyman. He's an everyman. He's relatable. That's what they're saying. You're a dumb fat fuck who married above.
He plays the dad normally, the everyman. The chubby everyman plays like the dad on a sitcom.
Yep, dumb.
And his friend, and his chubby friend.
Yep, dumb as fucking hell. So they have that fucking guy. So I don't know what. So you guys can sit there and be like, oh, there's an easy guy to manipulate, right? And then they have the woman. They give the guy something to fucking jerk off to. Do you think I jerk off to sitcoms? I'm just saying. They give him a fucking hottie from day one. That's what they did. This is what it is. I really think.
You know who I always thought was adorable though, even though he's a little chubby.
Tom Bosley.
Who's that?
He played.
Oh, from Happy Days.
Yeah.
No.
Marion.
I always thought Kevin James was kind of adorable on King of Queens. Especially that episode where Carrie, his wife, is trying to learn how to pole
and he's on the stripper pole?
Yeah, she's trying to learn how to pole dance, because she, wants to be sexy and do something cool. And he ends up teaching her how to pole dance, and he's great at it.
Yeah. No, that guy
he won my heart with that episode.
That's what he had to do?
Yeah.
Basically give an Olympic-level performance?
No, the fact that he was just agile. It's got that Jack Black thing, where they're like a heavy guy, but they fucking can outrun anybody. And they can do like handstands and shit.
Yeah, they just like a sandwich.
I like that. Yeah, I think that's cool because it's like you don't have to look like Zac Efron to be like a physical person.
I know, but at the end of the fucking day, like there's a pressure on everybody in Hollywood to be in shape. And yes, I remember that when I watched one of those Meet the Parents, and there's that swimming pool scene. And remember when Ben Stiller goes up to spike the ball and he hits De Niro's daughter? Mm-hmm. I remember looking at that go, like Ben Stiller had abs.
He did?
Yeah, comedians never had abs.
Yeah, he got more in shape the more movies he did.
The more movies he did, that's...
Yeah, you gotta.
Because what happens is they pick away at you, they trash how you fucking look. I told you that. How critics work is you could have the most perfect show ever, and then they just pick at how you look.
Would you ever do a shirtless scene in a movie?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
What if it was like tomorrow? Would you like panic or would you just go with it?
No, I do it.
Yeah.
I do it, but what you got to do is steer into it.
Like Will Ferrell.
Yeah, you can't go in there. If you had a belly, you can't stand there sucking it in. I would actually push it out, and then it's everything in life is if you try. Anytime you start covering up, people just sense it. It's like being a comic on stage. The second you go on your heels, the crowd, without even talking to one another, senses that they're in control, and then the heckles come.
Well, so you're working out like crazy because you're trying to prepare for your special, but like what are your goals? Like what do you mean,
what are my goals?
Like, are you trying to...
No, 172 is the weight I have to be with fucking HD TV and
that's how you feel comfortable
and
on camera. That's your on-camera weight.
Yeah, it's 170, 172.
Uh-huh.
That's basically it is, and everybody in Hollywood knows what fucking weight they're supposed to. People who make YouTube videos, you make enough of them, you know there's a tipping point.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you can get away with it.
Where all of a sudden, you start looking like you're getting carried, and it's not that much. Like 172 is actually underweight for me, but on camera it looks good, so you have to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like I have empathy for. People talking about, the pressures of it, but it kind of goes out the window when it's like, well, everybody in that business is on a treadmill eating a fucking apple. Everybody fucking works out. Everybody does. You have to. You have to.
Everybody's really small because you do look bigger on camera.
And you're also, and this is the thing that I find fucking hilarious about social media is like just every day, I get trashed every fucking day by somebody on Twitter or Facebook. I mean, I've been able to find the humor in it, and you got to get outside of it and be like, all right, I mean, I just got 8 good ones, 1 bad ones. I'll take that. 90% good, I'll take that. But like, and especially every once in a while, if somebody gets me with a really good one, you always hear me laugh. I read it to you. Like if it's a really fucking good one, I got to give it up. But this,
did I tell you that I'm very concerned about like that show that I did that's coming out next year?
What's it called?
I did it 2
I'm
episodes.
concerned about things.
I'm concerned about things. No, I did I did 2 episodes of a TV show, a guest starring role on a Netflix show that's coming out next year. I don't know when it's coming out next year.
What network
But it's called. It's on Netflix.
Oh.
And it's got. It's called Santa Clarita Diet, and I have a small part, but I'm in 2 episodes, and I am very concerned about how I'm gonna look weight-wise. Because it just kind of happened. It was.
But now that you put it out there, you just put it out there. There's people who hate their lives and are licking their chops to fucking trash it.
So now they're gonna watch it and be like, "You remember when you said back in August 2016?"
No, they won't say that because then you'll understand. Like they want to be mean. They just want to be like, "What the fuck?" Blah 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 blah. Yeah, you know, it's what they do. Look, Nia. You know what's funny? I don't get mad at it because I used to do that, and. If I was
you used to do what?
I fucking trashed everything. I still do, but like when I was younger, there was no internet. But believe me, if there was an internet, I would have trashed fucking, Jesus Christ, half of those new wave bands, because I thought I was listening to the real shit, and half the people I was listening to were a bunch of guys wearing fucking lipstick. I thought Motley Crue was better than fucking Boy George, and they had the same fucking waiver, his backstage rider with the lip gloss.
They had
and
the same
shit.
makeup artist.
Of course they did. But these guys were singing about the devil, and the other guy was singing about his feelings. Although, what's his face did one time.
Really want to hurt
Yeah, Motley Crue also came around. You know I'm a dreamer, but my underwear's pink. That was
That's
such a
Vince Neil, right?
Yep,
Is that Tommy Lee
on piano.
on piano? I thought he
He played
drums.
he played the beginning part. He played the beginning part of that. And Vince Neil had to run away high so he didn't come home low.
Okay.
See, his heart was like an open book for the whole world to read. All right,
Who else is in that band?
There's Nikki Sixx and there's Mick.
Oh, he's in that
Mick
band too?
Mars.
Oh yeah, okay. Those
Yeah.
guys are super duper famous.
Super duper famous, and they had their last show last year. The same night I was working in L.A. They were right around the corner at the Staples Center, and that was their final one ever. They signed a contract, Nia, so if they ever come back, then they're gonna have to sue themselves. Do you understand that?
No, I don't.
I don't understand it either. I don't know why they signed a contract. I think it was because all those people like Cher and fucking Nipsey Russell. I forget who else. Somebody else.
Nipsey Russell.
They were always saying that this is the final tour. The Who's had a bunch of final fucking tours.
Oh, they have all those farewell tours.
Farewell. This is the last one. And
Yeah.
it's a really cheesy way for some people to just get your ticket sales up. All right, I got to read this. Thank you for being on the podcast, Nia.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Nia.
Hey.
Great vacation.
Great vacation, honey.
If you ever hit your head again and start crying like a 2-year-old,
Just give me Kleenex, okay? That's all I ask. Don't give me toilet paper.
deal. I don't have to say anything.
What do you mean you don't have to say anything? You have to comfort me, jerk.
Give me 3 things to say.
Are you okay? Come here. It's gonna be all right.
You cried way longer than that.
Yeah. And you just have to like comfort
Keep
me.
saying
through it.
that? Are
No.
you going to be okay? Come here. It's going to be all right.
How disconnected are you from human emotion that I have to teach you how to comfort somebody?
Crying was a sign of weakness where I came from.
Okay,
And
well,
you fucking,
that was a long time
you
ago.
manned the
so-
fuck up.
Well,
Man or woman, you did. You know?
I don't.
You know what happened in
That
my
was the
neighborhood
first
when a
time
fucking kid cried? All right? You know what happened there?
You know what? I'm really
They
tired
were
of hearing about your
slapped in the
your
face and
fucking-
given a Bud Light.
Rockwellian childhood or whatever it is that you're always describing.
They stuck your head under the water of an above ground
You
pool
and your
until they
family
stopped seeing bubbles, and then
are
they
like-
pull you back up again.
Fucking R gang or whatever it is. Like you really like paint a picture like you grew up in like this hard Scrabble kind of fucking environment, and you didn't.
You don't think so?
You fell out of a tree, and your parents are like, shake it off.
Okay.
That is what happened, though, right?
What?
Didn't you? Was it you that fell out of a tree?
No, I got hit by a car.
Oh, right. You got hit by a car. You poor Poor baby.
And my parents sent away the ambulance because they didn't like the hospital they were taking us to. And I got in a cab and they took us to the hospital they wanted to. I remember my mother kept telling me, "Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep."
Oh, no wonder. Okay. All right. Well, I get it now.
No, yeah, I'm not saying I fucking grew up in a slum. I'm just saying it was different back then. It was
Okay.
Yeah, it was different.
All right. Well.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm a fucking badass, but like I'm not going to apologize for having a fucked up worldview. Okay, adults taught me this shit, so.
All right.
Yeah, go talk to them.
I will. I'll talk to your parents about it during Christmas.
No, just anybody roughly their
I have a
age.
bone to pick with you, Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, but you
Burr.
know something there was an overcorrection.
Meaning what?
That there's a reason why it went from fucking walled off douches like me who only know how to go, oh, big tears, as I grab toilet paper and make a U-shaped fucking sign around your face, that we went from that to those fucking hipster hoodie-wearing bearded fucking pussies who act like they're 14 years old and awkward and on their first fucking date.
Does every generation think that they're tougher than the next generation? Is that just what happens?
I don't think I'm tougher than anybody previous to me, and I don't feel like I'm tougher than anybody now. That there's so many fucking places in just the United States alone where kids grow up way tougher than I did. But what I'm doing is I'm defending the fact that I don't know what to do when an adult hits their fucking head and cries like a 2-year-old. All right?
I got it.
Nia, I'm not trying to have some like Olympics backstory here before you watch me play ping pong or some other stupid fucking sport that nobody cares about. I got to tell you, the ping pong's pretty cool, and I did watch a little bit of the volleyball. I watched the United States unfortunately lost to Italy. I did watch that. These fucking slippers are loud.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, you guys know what I'm saying. What the fuck? A goddamn adult starts crying like a 2-year-old. What are you supposed to do? Jesus Christ. Other than be like, for the love of God, can you get your shit together? I felt like being like Barnes in Platoon. Just grabbing Nia and be like, take the pain. All right, Dollar Shave Club. Okay, Dollar Shave Club wants to thank everybody for subscribing, and they also want to try to get new people to subscribe. So right now, they're going to give new members a month of the Executive Razor for fucking free there, just for buying a tube of Dr. Kavi's Easy Shave Butter. We're super excited, evidently. They're doing it for you. Now let me remind you why millions of others have joined as proud members of the club. DollarShaveClub.com delivers amazing razors right to your door for a third of the price of what the greedy razor corporations charge. That means when you join Dollar Shave Club, you can afford to shave with a fresh blade anytime you want, which feels fantastic. I get a first-class shave when I use the I don't, because I don't fucking use the thing, because I already had a fucking razor, and I got enough fucking bullshit in my life, okay? It doesn't mean it doesn't work. I hate how this ad shit, they always have to act like you're using it. I'm not using it, all right? I think it's a great fucking idea, and I think it's useful for my listeners. For fuck's sakes. All right. When you guys use the Executive with Dr. Kavi's Shave Butter, the blade just gently glides for the smoothest shave ever. Shave Butter isn't your average shave cream. It's a unique conditioning formula with high-quality natural ingredients, leaving your skin unbelievably soft and smooth. Now's a great time to join Dollar Shave Club. New members get who buy a tube of shave butter get a month of the Executive Razor for free. Take advantage of this special offer today. It's available by going to dollarshaveclub.com/Burr. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Burr. Oh, LegalZoom, everybody. Holy shit, it's National Make-A-Will Month. So it's time to check an important item off your to-do list at LegalZoom.com. Spending a few minutes right now on your will or trust means you can enjoy a worry-free summer. Hey, it doesn't matter if I die. I got my affairs in order. Shotgun a fucking 12-pack, jump on a motorcycle with no helmet. Worried-free summer filled with family vacations and barbecues. LegalZoom makes it easy. They're not a law firm, so you don't have to take time out of your day for office visits or pay expensive hourly rates. But why the fuck would I why would you make a will out without a lawyer? That's a good talking point. Instead, you get flat rate pricing and you can save $100 with LegalZoom's will or trust estate plan bundles. If you don't know whether a will or trust is right for you, don't worry. You'll work with an independent attorney. Ah, there it is. There it is. An independent attorney. See, this is how they keep the costs down. They outsource their attorneys. Independent attorneys available in 48 states who can answer questions and recommend an estate plan that fits your needs. Save money today by doing the right thing during National Make-A-Will Month at LegalZoom.com. And don't forget to enter Burr in the referral box at checkout to save even more. Spend your time with your family this summer. Let LegalZoom take care of the legal stuff. LegalZoom.com. Hey, that's LegalZoom.com. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, Stamps.com, everyone. Mailing and shipping are a routine part of running your business. Important. Keeps your operation... That should be important with a colon. Mailing and shipping are a routine part of running your business. ... Important, comma, keeps your operation going, ... Did your fucking kid write that? But if you're making constant trips to the post office, that's a routine you need to change. There's a much more convenient way, Stamps.com. Stamps.com makes all of the services of the post office right to your desk. Oh, it brings them right to your desk. Buy and print official U.S. postage using your own computer and printer. Print postage for any letter, any package, any class of mail, then just hand your mail over to the mail carrier, be it male, female, or transgendered. You'll never waste valuable time going to the post office again, so you can focus on what really matters, growing your business. All right, I use Stamps.com whenever I, make a poster and I want to whore myself out afterwards and meet people with sweaty fucking hands. Do you know somebody recently came to a show and said, Bill, I know you don't like sweaty hands, and they gave me the fist bump. Oh, I was like, thank God. And then we went to take the picture, and they put their hand on my back, and I felt their hand drying into my shirt as it stuck to my back. That's one of the most disgusting things that has ever happened to me. Right now, sign up for Stamps.com and use my last name, Burr, for this special offer, 4-week trial, plus a $110 bonus offer that includes posting and a digital scale. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Burr. That's Stamps.com, enter Burr. All right. Okay, here we go. Going to do the reads here for this week. All right, East Coast road trip. Hey, Billy the Red Kid. I'm from Chile. Yep, it's a country. I know it's a country. It's in South America. It's on the fucking West Coast, you cunt. He says, I'm not going to tell you to come and do your show here because nobody knows you inside of this world. All right. I have a 4-year-old son and a lovely, lovely lady, and we're hoping to go on vacation to the USA next year. So it would be great if you could tell me what city we have to see. And he says, thanks. I'm going to try to say, try to translate. I can't translate this. It's thanks y un abrazo desde el otro lado del mundo. The fuck does that mean? If he insulted me, I want to know what he said. Hang on a second. I got to write this out. All right. Let me hit pause. Hang on. Oh, Jesus, it means thanks, a hug from the other side of the world. Right? Yeah, the other side of the world. Wasn't that nice? Well, I know what to suggest for adults, but you have a 4-year-old son, so I got to take that into account. I would suggest possibly Florida and doing Disney World, but they got those mosquitoes down there, but they're also in Brazil, so I don't know if they're coming your way. I have no fucking idea. What I would do is, if you want to don't do Disney World, I would do Disneyland. Jesus Christ, what the hell does a 4-year-old want to do? All right, I'm just going to tell. I can only speak for someone who doesn't have kids. I love San Francisco, Seattle, Boston, New York. I mean, if you're going to start, I would go with one of those. Chicago. Chicago's such a great, if you want to get a vibe of the United States, you know, get a big city vibe with people who are also kind of fucking, you know, a little bit, they're kind of rubes in Chicago, you know, it's sort of a weird thing. It's like it's a city, but it's still country. There's still farmland around it, you know what I mean? You see people who are in shape, you've seen people who are going to have a heart attack in about 3 steps. They got great fucking food. They're sports crazy. They're great people. They're overtly fucking racist. It's beautiful summers. It's ungodly cold. I mean, you get the whole thing. The whole thing. You'll find Trump supporters and Hillary supporters and all of that fucking shit. It's right in the middle of the country. I don't know. You guys you live near the water in Chile. Christ, the fucking country's only like, what, 30 miles wide? If you've had enough of that, I'd go to Chicago. I guess depends on what you guys do. If you like to eat, if you're into barbecue, I'd go down south. Don't sleep on the south. There's a bunch of great places to go to. Maybe you can build it around a sporting event. You know, some auto racing or baseball. Maybe the football that's coming up. There's a bunch of things that you could do. But if you just want to go to like just a really cool city with great places to eat and stuff to see, San Francisco, Seattle, Boston, New York are amazing. I don't know. Those would be mine that I would pick. All right? But no matter what, you're going to have a good time. All right. Mussolini. Hey, Bill. While in Italy, did you happen to notice any Mussolini souvenirs for sale? I was in Rome a few years ago, and they seemed to be in most newsstands. Bunch of fascists. Sorry. No, actually, I didn't. But, you know, I don't know. I think it's funny that, like, Americans like to do that fascist shit. I like to, you know, say that shit too, but who's kidding who? We don't exactly have the greatest track record with our foreign policy, certainly over the last 16 fucking years, wouldn't you say? You know what I mean? And if you're really going to get technical, since we won World War II, you know, and certainly since Russia fell and there was no one really to keep us in check, we've kind of been, you know, the way corporations sort of dictate our foreign policy, we've been quite the cunts for the last at least fucking 30 years. 26, I'd say. So, yeah, I wouldn't judge anybody. Mussolini is a part of their fucking history. If I saw a Mussolini souvenir, I'd buy one. If they had a Hitler badge, I'd fucking buy that. I'm fascinated with World War II. If they had a Stalin one, I'd get that. If they had an Eisenhower one, or a fucking William H. Macy. Who's the fucking guy from Winston Churchill? Yeah, I'd buy all of those. That's the Mount Rushmore of World War II. And then you got to have, what's his face there? Arnold from Happy Days. What's the fucking guy from Japan? He doesn't get enough love, that guy. You know? He did just as much horrific shit. What the fuck was his name? Leader of Japan. Wasn't he an emperor? I mean, right there, dude. That's like some crazy. I'm sorry, that's a great wrestling character right there. All right, World War II. Emperor Tiger Star. No, what the fuck? That's not it. Hang on a second. There we go. Hirohito. Yeah, buy any of that shit. Nia, either close the fucking curtain or leave it open. You're killing me with my eyes over here. All right, bogus chocolate. What do you think about this, Nia? Hey there, Billy Sweetnuts. Did you hear about this brother in New York who started a chocolate company selling chocolate bars for $10 under the false pretenses that it was premium chocolate? It turns out it was shitty chocolate, and they were using the cheapest of ingredients while simultaneously trashing all other chocolate companies. Here's a link to the article. What's your policy on buying niche products that are full of hype? I actually did hear about that, and I think it's fucking hilarious. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't like, you know, ExxonMobil finding out about global warming 30 years ago, allegedly, and then completely blowing it off. But, you know, if somebody does the Emperor's New Clothes in like Brooklyn with some fucking chocolate and sells it to a bunch of dopes, I think it's funny. They should definitely be penalized. It's like when they used to catch those people when they.
Where was he selling it? Like on the street, on the subway, on the, like, how did he go about selling it? If someone comes up to you on the street and is like trying to sell you a Rolex, like, you know pretty much, if you have any kind of street smarts, that the shit's either fake or it's hot, right? So if someone comes up to you and says, "I got this premium chocolate,"
No, they went all out. They had a whole book. Look at this. How the Brothers.
That company. Yeah, I read about that. They had all the packaging and everything. Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
I thought they were talking about someone just selling.
You know what that reminds me of? Is like when they'll bust somebody like they'll have this premium bottled water, and then they have like in 1 month they have a $50,000 water bill because they're just taking it out of their tap.
Mm-hmm.
That shit has always been hilarious to me. It's like the guy who figured out how to pick the lock on the parking meters. It was allegedly impossible to do, and some guy figured out how to do it, but of course he got greedy and ended up getting caught. Just people who do shit like that is just funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that story.
I don't know. You rob a bank, you don't use a gun. It's funny to me. All right. You don't hurt anybody. You just scare people.
You just hand them a note.
Yeah, you hand them a note.
Says, put the money in the bag. And
you got whipped cream on your face. You didn't really plan it out. It was an impulsive thing, you know? You decided you wanted a little better lunch. If you don't stop opening and closing that motherfucker of a goddamn...
I'm going.
Yeah, but now you're going to close it and you can't close the curtain. Yeah, you can't close the curtain and close the door. Please don't make me watch you do this. Oh, God. Bye, Nia.
Goodbye.
All right. Seeing X, need advice. Hey, Bilford, I'm a 20-year-old guy, and my girlfriend of a year broke up with me a couple of months ago. I'm starting to get over her, and we go to different colleges, so I think it'll be easier to move on. But we have the same friends, and I know we will go to the same hangouts. For example, my buddy's birthday is in 2 weeks, and she's going. Should I go up to her first and talk to her like she didn't kick my heart in the ass? Or should I just say hi and sort of ignore her for the rest of the party? Thanks and have a nice day. No, this is what you got to do. All right, she dumped you, so you didn't want it to end. She did, so you're hurting more than her is how I would probably guess how this is going down. So, I would just... First thing I would do is, am I friends enough with this person who's having the birthday that it's worth putting myself into the position? Okay, if it isn't, then just don't go to the party. If it is, if the person is important enough, then when you go there, I would absolutely say hello to her first. You know, just say, good to see you, hope you're doing all right, blah, 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 blah. No need to be weird around me, whatever, all right? And then I would just go about and have a great fucking time. I would limit my drinking that night because you don't want to make a dumb decision. Because if you go there and you say hello to her first and you're totally fucking cool, for whatever fucking reason, how people work when they break up with people, if the person is, that's that thing. If the person's clinging, the other person goes, oh my God, thank God I'm out of it. But if they look like they're getting on with their life, even if the person just got done dumping them, for some reason they'll try and hook up with them. You don't want to hook up with this person again. All right? She made the decision, and just I don't get how that works, but men and women both do that shit. So I would just be totally cool. Go to the birthday party. I would not drink at this thing. That would be a great move. You stay sober. This is what you want to be. You don't want to be Fast Eddie, all right, from The Hustler. Remember that? When he gets all shit-faced and Jackie Gleason stays fucking sober, Minnesota Fats, and he goes, all right, let's shoot some pool. After fucking Fast Eddie downed the whole bottle of fucking bourbon, then he kicks his ass and gives all the money back plus another fucking 10 grand. I would, if you're going to go to it, I would be totally nice to her, say hello, be totally cool, walk the fuck away, and then just drink club sodas the whole night. And then when it feels like the time is right, it's starting to get to that point where everybody's getting fucking wasted, you leave, and then that's it. That's how I would play it. God damn it. I wish somebody gave me that advice a long fucking time ago. All right. Look at me pat myself on my back for my own fucking advice. It sounded good to me. Anyways, here we go. All right, Bill, my girlfriend is addicted to sex. All right, collectively, every guy listening to this. Aww. Hey, Bill. Just wanted to let you know if you had any advice related to my relationship with my girlfriend. As you probably read in the subject of this message, there doesn't seem to be a downside to the situation, but there is, since she can't control herself. Recently, my girlfriend visited me from California for a month, and every day we banged on the kitchen floor, shower, bedroom, backyard, etc. Up until the last day, it was great until we got into an argument. She kept trying to walk away and break up with me without a real reason until she told me why. Apparently, my girlfriend can't wait more than 8 months without sex. And after 8 months, she doesn't care who she gets it from. This worried me and pissed me off at the same time. We ended up staying together, but I won't see her for a good while. No idea when. Now my worry is that she will cheat on me with other people during the time we are apart. Oh, and by the way, I live in Texas. I would love some advice from my favorite comedian. I would trust your instincts here. Yeah, listen, you can't get mad at her for the fact she told you what her deal is, okay? She needs it. She needs it all the fucking time. She lives in California. You live in Texas. She actually was doing you a fucking favor by trying to break up with you because she doesn't want to cheat on you. And I don't know if this is just naturally how she's wired. I don't know if it's an issue. I don't know what the fucking deal is. But all I know is the way she is, and she lives in California and you live in Texas and you don't know when you're going to see her again. Yeah, you got to let this one go. All right? You don't need that. Anytime, you're with somebody, you're trying to have a serious fucking relationship, and, you can't be away from them for a certain amount of time or they're going to fuck somebody else. I mean, I don't think man or woman fantasizes as that for any sort of significant, serious, or lifetime partner. So I would, hey, you know what? You had a good time with her, and I'd let her go. She's out in California. Let her go do whatever the fuck she's going to do, and I would try to find someone that's a little more wired like yourself and see if that works. All right? Okay, that's the podcast. I'm going to enjoy my last day here. Hey, thank you to the beautiful country of Italy and everybody from here that treated me and my wife so wonderfully. We're definitely going to come back. Once again, thank you to everybody who came out to my tour through Ireland, England, Scotland, Amsterdam, Belgium, and Germany. Could not have had more fun on this trip. I'm definitely ready to get home. I have not seen my fucking dog, Cleodio, since July 29th. I have not been in the United States since July, so I got to get back before they fucking just cancel my goddamn visa or whatever the fuck it is. All right, that's it. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, if you'd like to donate, this is an easy way to do it. Next time you're going to buy something on Amazon, just go to BillBurr.com first, click on the podcast page, and you just hit the Amazon link. All right, it'll take you right to Amazon. It doesn't cost you any extra money, but I get credit for driving traffic that way. If you want to do it, I get it. If you don't, no problem. And also, if you'd like to see me do my first fucking show since my European tour in the United States, I will be in Reno on August 27th, with the absolutely fucking hilarious Todd Rex, one of the funniest fucking people I've ever met in my life. He's the guy, what do you say there, handsome? He said that to a cop one time that pulled us over when the guy was walking up to the car. And what was so funny was he was a young baby-faced looking cop. And we pulled us over. We were underneath a bridge, so it echoed. And I think it was me, him, and Lawhead. And I think I lost 6 months of my life trying not to laugh when the cop walked up and he said that. He's one of the funniest guys I know, and he is not going to be easy to follow. So if you come out to the show, do not show up late, because Todd is every bit as funny as I'll ever fucking be. All right, that's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you on Thursday.